Hello everyone. This is going to be a very quick overview of typeface in design, just to really kind of show you some of the different fonts and different typefaces that are out there. Now, typeface refers to what you've always heard about serif and sans serif, and there are about three more type of typefaces that we are use and are exposed to, but the most common are serif and sans serif. The one you see here is a serif style or a sans serif style font. It does not have the pointy edges on the different letters. You can see every letter, every edge is very squared off, or some even rounded, but they just end. There's not a lot of flourish to it. But you can see behind this typeface or behind this font, there's a background. It kind of clutters the screen a little bit, but not so much as this. A white style font on top of a background makes it a little difficult to see. But if we go to a kind of a higher contrast with a bright white background with black typeface or black font, it's a little easier to read. But a black background with white typeface, especially at size this large, very easy to read. Now, this particular font is Lexeca. It's a font that was developed between Google and a former educator. It was developed really to increase reading speed and reading retention in students. But it will really help anybody. You can download that to your computer. It's Windows and Mac capable. It's also available in Google Docs, and I'll try to show you if I have time at the end of this what that will look like. Fonts come in a lot of shapes and sizes. The funny thing is these are actually all the exact same size font. I know it doesn't look like it, and since it is a presentation or presentation mode, it's going to increase those fonts a little bit, but these are actually all the same size font. But you can see the sans serif font at the very bottom looks larger than all of them. That's Verdana. The third from the top is Lexeca. The top one is spectral, and you can kind of see the points on the T's and how some of the letters flourish. At smaller sizes, that's a little harder to read. So it's important for students, but really all of our users, to be able to read our information as quickly as possible, but to reduce eye strain as well. We don't want them having to put that down a lot or take breaks from that. But you can just see here the different kinds of fonts that are available. Now, I highly recommend pause this video and read this article. This is in Times New Roman font. It's an article I pulled from Wikipedia, but just time yourself, see how long it takes you to read that. You don't have to count errors or anything. Just go ahead and read through it, and then we'll continue on. Now, go ahead and read this article. It's the exact same article, exact same words, just a different font. The first slide was Lexeca, or I'm sorry, the first slide was Times New Roman. This slide is Lexeca. Now, how fast did it take you to read those? If you're worried maybe that you read the second one faster because you'd already read the first one, do it in reverse. Have somebody else read the second one first, time them, and see if they read the first one, slower. A lot of people read fonts differently. Some people do read Times New Roman better. Some people will read Verdana better. It's just what's easier on your eyes to reduce that eye strain. A lot of companies employ different fonts and different typefaces to make their brands more instantly recognizable, but also just so you can, when you're reading on their websites, they keep their designs typically very clean. They try to have some empty space between things and better spacing between fonts just to reduce eye strain, but to give everything a kind of a clean, streamlined look. These are the names of the fonts that these companies use. So if you were to ever see the word Futura in that font, you would probably think Nike. Well, that's the name of their font. So if we took away the swoosh, you might recognize that font. But that's how important typefaces are for us. You see it everywhere. You interact with it every day. But if you have any questions about fonts, please let me know. If you'd like to see a video on anything specific, please let me know. I'd be happy to help. You can add these fonts, the Lexeca especially, by going to the Fonts selector in Google Docs, clicking More Fonts, and just search for or browse through the fonts and click OK. Then it's going to add it in here for you. Oops. It's going to add it into the fonts list for you, so you can choose through that. Please let me know if you have any questions. If you want to see anything specific, I'll be happy to make a video for you. And as always, have a great day.